significantly helped us as a business to improve the efficiency of the end of tenancy process. We've only got a small team that deals with the end of tenancy setup, and our average turnaround time as far as the deposit being returned to the tenant or to the landlord if it's a payout is around 7 to 7.5 days, and we've only been able to maintain that number since we've had the depository in place. And the reason for that, I believe, is a combination of factors. So one of the main things for us is the email automations that are set up. So as soon as we put on that a tenant's leaving on a specific date, there's a flow of emails that go out that point out the things that tenants often forget, things that we often put in one big lump of an email that they just scan through and never actually properly read. This flows information through over time that's completely editable, so you can always shoehorn in anything extra that you might need to as a business that's relevant. It covers off things like cleaning. You can put cleaner information on there, that being one of the main issues when it comes to end of tenancy, where it's not been cleaned properly. So it reminds them of the importance of that, gives them information and contact information. But the thing for me, aside from the fact that, you're able to upload your tenancy agreement, your inventory, special clauses, and have that all in one place where the tenant, landlord, and of course an agent can access. But you've got a setup whereby you pose a deduction, and the tenant has an opportunity to then either accept or pose a alternative offer. And the brilliance of that is that you get very factual rather than having this emotional conversation with someone over, he said this, she said that, that's not what I thought when I moved in. It becomes very factual to the point of, here's your inventory, here's your tenancy, here's your clauses, here's your checkout. And the great thing is, if you can't get to a point whereby an agreement can be made after 3 negotiations or unsuccessful negotiations, you've got a raise dispute button that flows all of that information through into the TDS platform and creates a dispute. And from an agent's perspective, we've spent many an hour having to fill all that information in manually. So to have a setup whereby from the point the tenant gives notice to the point where you either get an agreement and the money goes back to the tenant or it goes to landlord, or it's split up, or it goes to dispute, to have that all in one setup where you can follow that process through, as I say, has helped us as a business and has certainly helped us on the efficiency front. So I can't recommend Depositary enough.